Lesson 1, Task 1. In Task 1, you're going to be setting up your Riplet.com account. In the address bar, type in Riplet.com and hit return. It will take you to this page. You need to sign up. So click on Sign Up, top right corner. You're going to use your school's Google account. So click on Continue with Google. You're going to select your school's Google account. If this doesn't show up, then you're going to have to type it in. So use another account. And then just follow the steps after. Put in your password and you'll be able to sign up. I've already signed up. When I continue, it takes me onto this page. And so here's my username up here, THJO1. So this username is what you're going to be using when you're sharing your files with me. If you're at this window now, it means that you've completed task 1. So in task 2, what I want you to do is to learn how to work with project files and folders. Get a feel for how the platform is structured. So first of all, your program files, the files that you're going to be writing, they're called ripples. R-E-P-L. If I click on my ripples here, I should be able to see a list of files that I've created over the years. So there they all are. And most of these were from the Python course that I taught in year 9. So if I click on one of these, you'll be able to see this is a simple program. Of course, yours is not going to have any files yet. Here's one thing you might notice is that you have this menu bar here. You can expand it. You can retract it. So expand it. I can go back to the home page. I can look at templates. So these are templates for Python. You can do other types of programming if you want to learn Java or C++, Node, HTML. There are all these different templates that you can use to learn a particular language. Community, so you can join different communities and learn from other people. You could take courses. So this is a beginner tutorial for a Riplet. If you're confused as to how a Riplet works, you can go and take one of these community tutorials. So here is Python. We're going to be working in Python, so you can join different communities there and learn some tricks. But let's go back to the home page here. Part of your assignment for task 2, you are to create 2 files and give them any name you like. So I'm going to go up here to create a Riplet file, and you're going to give it a name. I'm going to call this Lesson 1-1. I'm going to create. Excellent. I'm going to go back. So notice I press the menu here. Go back to my menu here, and I want to create a second file because you're supposed to create 2 files. It's going to be a Riplet file, and I'll call it Lesson 1-2. Create. So you're going to be doing this as well. You can name it any name you like. So next, I want you to change the name of the files into a specific format, and this is the format I want you to use for all your files. It'll just make it easier for me to find your files and be able to see what you were doing. I'll go here to my Riplet, and here are the 2 files that I created. So let me show you how I got there again. So I went up to the menu and go to my ripples, and there they are. How do we rename the files? If you click on this little 3 dots here on your file, you can edit and you can change the name. So I want you to use this format. So if you're in class 7C2, and then your group, let's say your group 1, and it'll be G1. And then which lesson is it? It's lesson 1. So it's your class, your group, and the lesson. And if you like, you can add a little description just for yourself. And then save. Notice that that's the second of the 2 files that I created. The first of the 2 files you're going to delete. Go up here to edit and delete. It'll ask me if I want to delete. I'll say yes. And it's gone. The next part of task 2 is I want you to create a folder. If you are on your ripples here, if you're not, just click on my ripples. If you can't see this, it means that your menu is not showing. So you can go here, my ripples, and you will be in this area here. And now you should be able to see all of your ripples. Okay? Now, to create a new folder, just click on New Folder, and you're going to name this folder Y7 Tech Project and create. So year 7 Tech Project, there it is. Next thing you're going to do is to move your file that you renamed to this folder. So here's the file I want to move, 7C2 G1 L1. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to hold and drag to that folder and let go. So when I click into that folder, I should see the file. So once you've done that, you have completed task 2. The next thing you're going to do is submit your project file to me. so that I have access to it. We're going to go back to our project file, which is located here. Click on it, and you can see that there is no code in here, but that's okay. So this lesson is only about learning how to navigate in Ripple.com. When you are doing coding and you invite me in, I can come in and work with you in the file. Okay, so if you're struggling somewhere, I can actually access it from my computer and work with you. To invite me, you're simply going to click on this invite here in the top right corner. This screen is going to pop up. Next thing you want to do is generate a join link. Click on this here, and then this link is going to show up. Copy this link because you will need it later. And you're going to invite me in this bar up here. Type in my username, THJO1. I cannot invite myself, but you will be able to invite me. And that'll be it. And you click invite, and that's it. And then you can close this window. Before you close this window, make sure you copy this link file here. Share this link file with me in the Google Forms link in task 3. Go ahead and close this now. We're going to go back into the lesson instruction. I'm going to just pull that file. And we are in task 3 here. Go into this form. You're going to select your class. So whatever your class is, let's say my class is 7C1, and then group 1. I'm going to click next. And this is for lesson 1. Click next. And you're going to share that file in this box here. Paste it in. What is the name that you give the file? 7C2. It's right up here. G1L1. Make sure the letters are capitalized and everything is in exactly the correct format, or else you're going to lose points. And then once you're done with that, just click submit. So you're going to go back into Google Classroom and you're going to participate in a discussion. So you're going to write a post, 50 words, and 50 words is not a whole lot. This little short piece here is 57 words. And what are you writing about? You're writing about one of these 3, not all of them. So you can either describe how you achieve one or more of the tasks. So these tasks up here. How did you achieve task 1 or task 2 or task 3? If you prefer to do the second, describe any difficulty you had with one or more of the tasks and how you attempted to resolve it. So if you had trouble with one of the tasks, describe what that trouble was. Maybe you couldn't find the menu. Well, how do I move around? And then hopefully eventually you figured it out. You can describe what the challenge was and how you figured it out. Okay? Maybe you couldn't figure where your files were and it's in my ripples. You didn't know it was in there. How did you figure it out? Or you could do the third one. Describe something you learned or discover while working through one or more of the tasks. Maybe it's something that was not required in this lesson, but you've discovered something you thought was pretty cool. Maybe you explored some of those lessons and you want to share. Let me show you how you're going to do your post. I'm going to bring in Google Classroom here and go to classwork, and we're in this lesson. Your screen is going to look a little different from mine. Now, when you come in here, you're going to have where it says class comments. That's where you're going to write your response. So I'm just going to write a generic response here. Okay, so once you put in your comment, just click post. Your comment will show your name. So we'll always know who wrote the comment. Remember, if you post anything inappropriate, posting comments that is offensive or antagonizing to a student or just uncivil, we will have to have a talk about that, and it would likely result in you receiving an F on this assignment. In addition, a disciplinary referral to management. Okay? All right. So once you have posted your reflection, you're going to read your classmates' posts and respond to at least one classmate based on one of the following. You could ask a question to another classmate regarding something that they wrote about. You could respond to a question that someone asked you to respond to, or you could provide a solution to a problem that someone described, or an answer to a question that someone else posted. The last thing I need to add here, I just noticed I didn't add it. I'm going to add it now, is that the last thing is that you must respond to questions posted to you that have not been addressed. If you receive more than 3 questions, you need to only respond to 3 of them. You don't need to respond to 20 questions. Okay? And your response don't need to be in depth. It just needs to be short and sweet to the point. Okay? And that's it. Thank you.